Hello crafty friends, I'm back with my junk journal January. So obviously made this the other day, ready to use for January. And today I'm going to do my first insert, my first day. And it's resolutions. Now, as a rule, I don't really make New Year's resolutions. I think sometimes they're hard to stick by. You feel just sort of bogged down by them. I must do them. However, this year there is two things that I actually have in mind that I really want to do. Firstly is de-stash my craft stuff. It's so easy to hoard when you're a junk journal. I have boxes, I have bags. My craft was being taken over by Amazon packaging. I've got this basket here, which is what I'm going to use today. This is absolutely full of, I take tags off clothing. So I'm really going to make a conscious effort this year to actually start using the stuff that I keep collecting. It's easy to get bogged down with all this kind of like, oh yeah, junk journal, I'll keep this, I'll keep this. Actually, no, it needs to stop. There's one big purchase I want to make this year, which is going to be my guillotine. The rest of the time, I'm going to try not to buy any new craft supplies this year. Things like glues and inks, when they run out, fair enough. They're the kind of things you will replace as and when. But I'm a stickler for going into craft shops and see these gorgeous paper pads, and I have boxes of paper pads, and I just need to start using them. It's so lovely to get all these lovely papers and, oh, look at this, I don't want to use it. And actually, no, I need to stop. I need to actually de-stash. So that's my biggest resolution for this year, is to de-stash. And the second resolution I'm going to make is to stop scrolling and start reading a bit more. It's quite easy to sort of sit down for night time and get your phone out, and then you start going on YouTube, going on Instagram, which I'll still do obviously, but just less time of that, a little less time looking at other people's lives, and start living my own, you know, read the books I want to read. I think when I look at my weekly report on my phone, instead of spending 10 minutes on a game, spend 10 minutes reading. You know, you can learn so much more. It's just relaxing. So yeah, I do have two resolutions for this year. So on with number one, it's de-stashing. So like I said, I've got this basket of tags and little boxes and things. So I'm going to try and use some of these. See, all sorts of things get chucked in here as ribbon. Yeah, I'm going to pull some of these out and just have a little look through. So I've obviously got this blank page here. It's a nice brown page. I've also got a load of stencils. I went into a stenciling thing last year. Like I bought one and I started doing, I think what it's called now, where you braille the paint on and then you lift it up and you've got these lovely images on there. I did that last year and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm going to do some more of that with my sister again this year. But what I'm going to do on the background of here, I'm just going to take some distress ink to start off with, just to break up this dark background. So I'm just going to pop in a stencil and just move it around just to break up the page. So again, it's using these things that we already have in our stash, and just making the most of it. Get it out, have a play. And obviously these are flowers, but they don't have to be pink flowers. They can be whatever colour flowers I like. Okay, so that's just broken up that background. Okay, so let's have a little look at some of these tags I've got here. Where do you start? Right, I think I'm going to make a pocket. So look, it's got this little tab bit on here, that's fine. I'm going to pop that down 3 edges. So I'm going to come in with my glue and create a little pocket. Ugh. Okay. It's a really good hashtag to follow if you're not doing Junk Journal January. If you want some inspiration, you don't necessarily have to follow along with it, but I've seen some fantastic videos and pictures of things people have been creating in the last 2 days. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, like I said, I've gone to Instagram or onto YouTube and just follow the hashtag Junk Journal January. You see some fantastic things, but way too much glue on them. Okay, so I've created a little pocket with one of my tags. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is use another couple of these tags to actually write on the back what my, that's a nice one, resolutions are. So the title for this day one is resolutions. I quite like them too. I'm going to pop them in there. So first one's going to move that out of the way. I'm just going to write on the back of these. And I think I'm going to use a nice colour pen. I'm going to start off the year in red. Why not? Okay, so resolution number 1. So, de-stash. Try to use what I have to create new projects. And then number 2, less time scrolling, more time reading. There we go. So they're my 2 resolutions. Like I said, handwriting is my nemesis. I hate anything with my handwriting on it, but I've got to learn to embrace it, I think. It is my handwriting after all. Okay, so what I might put along here, I've got that little bit of lace. Nope, don't like that there. I'm going to use another one of these for the title. Something's going to stand out. That quite links in with that green there. Very indecisive, that's my trouble. Could put that in there. I'm going to pop that there. Use these little stamps. I found these just looking through my stuff the other day. Hardly used, look. So let's see if we can find the word resolution. Come in with some black ink. This will probably get halfway through it and find out one of the letters is missing. Just making sure they're all the right way up as well. E. It's quite fun looking through all of your stuff and actually thinking, I never use this, or I've kept this for a project. That's another one of my things I need to do this year. I was talking to my sister tonight and I said I've got so many projects that I've started. I went to New York in 2019 before COVID hit, so it's November 2019, and I still have not scrapbooked my photographs yet. They're still sitting in a box with all the tickets and the, you know, all the bits of ephemera you get. Yeah, so I think I've started this too far to the left. I don't know if it's all going to fit in. Oops. Make sure I spell it correctly now on camera. These are quite cute. I think it's just about going to fit. Resolution. There we go. So again, something else I can use in my crafting projects. They're cool. I like them. Now, How do we stick this on? Do I use a little brad? Okay, I might pop a brad through. Again, stuff I've had for the craft making days, such a long time. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to start using it more. So nice bright green brad. I'm just going to push that through. There we go. Resolutions. And I think I'm going to use this actually, just to write on the corner of each day what day number it is. Put that there. And we are in day number 1. So there, nice little simple spread. So I've used some tags that were just sitting in a box, and I've written my resolutions on the back of there, nice bright red colour. And again, so 1, 2, 3, 4 tags out of my stash with my resolutions on the back, and just a little bit of stenciling on the back of there. Okay, so day 2 is quote, and I've had a really good quote in mind for this one, which I wanted to use, which was about being kind. It's gone out of my head now. Try to get that one back. Okay, so I found it. The quote I wanted to use was this one. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. I think kindness is one of the biggest things we all should be doing. Be kind to each other, kind words, kind thoughts. We all have bad thoughts and bad feelings, but just don't say it. You know, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Now, my idea for this was, I had some lovely scrapbooking paper, which is this map. So I'm going to create a world using a circle, using this, and then I'm going to pop that on there, and then I might do some other bits around that. So first I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and die cut this out, so I'll be back in a moment. There we go, so I've cut my world out, and I'm just going to go around the edges just to keep in with the theme of the rest of the kind of page. And what I also found when I was looking through my cutting stuff is embossing folder. So again, a part of my using stuff I've already got, I've got this lovely little dot embossing folder. So I just passed this vellum paper through. So you can see that's got that kind of embossed effect now. And I'm going to use that on the back of here to just soften off the brown a little bit. Just give that a rugged tear. Okay. And hopefully I've just got some blue ink, really pale blue ink here, and I'm just going to see if I just pass over. You can see how that's just going on those dots, very subtle. It's just picking it up like kind of like little stars or little snowflakes. And can I go over the whole of that background and that? I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it kind of like just lifts the little dots just to make them more visible. There we go. And I found this in my stash as well. This is washi tape. It's like a cloud effect. So I'm just going to use that to attach that onto the background, and that'll cover that ugly back of that clip up as well. Let's put a piece of that off. And attach the round bottom as well. And then I'm just going to add my weld onto there. Blue. then finally, my little quote. I'm going to go right in the middle of my world. What I'm going to add on here as well is another thing I've got loads of is these gems. I'm going to come in with some of those. So I'll pop my lid on my glue. They're quite big, those ones. Quite like the blue though, it fits in with the rest of the theme. And again, I've had these kicking around in my stash for such a long time. And just pop them on. I always like to use my craft knife when I do this. There we go, used a few of those up. And there's my, oh, I need to do my number 3. So let's have a little look what I could use. I want to find another one of those little hexagons. That's quite cute last time. Just use my blue ink. Pop that at the top. And a blue pen. So this is obviously day number 2. That's quite cute as well, little bird. Again, just using up stashy bits. And there we have day 2 of my junk journal January. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Great words of advice. So I hope you've enjoyed me on this first 2 days of my junk journal January. So we did our little pocket with our resolutions, and then again, day 3 tomorrow is throwback. Ooh, so let it get my mind thinking about what I can use for a throwback. All good fun. I hope you enjoyed me watching me craft today, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.